Welcome to the JavaScript for Pentesters course at Pentester Academy. Now in this video, we will look at the solution for task 16, which is extracting csrf tokens. So let's jump right in. Now in this specific task, as we've seen before, we have to find John's email and display it in the result div. Now this was easy before because we just had to hit the right URL using an XML HTTP request and the response text was displayed as is. Now in this specific modified application, you also need to take care of the CSRF token. Now as you can clearly see, in this app the CSRF token seems to be part of the URL. And this is where in different applications it can be in different places. A lot of apps may kind of juggle around and change the CSRF token once every session, sometimes even per URL or request generated. So different ways this actually is implemented and is very developer and sometimes framework specific. Now as you can clearly imagine, the way to solve this challenge is to again make an XML HTTP request, but this time include the CSRF token in it. Now in this demo app, even though we've hard-coded the CSRF token just to make our life easy, you would have to figure out the CSRF token dynamically from the URL every single time because it is bound to change from user to user, session to session. So I've solved this entire challenge just so that we can save time and you don't have to watch me type slowly. The part up here is identical to what we've seen before. A typical example of invoking an XML HTTP request and writing the onReadyStateChange function where we take the response text and display it in the result div. Now the key difference is just this part in here. Now window location search basically goes ahead and gives us the URL, and all we are doing is splitting the URL using ampersand as the delimiter. Now if you look at it here, ampersand would split this into two halves. The one on the left contains the entire URL in here, while the one on the right would contain the whole CSRF token, including the string CSRF underscore token equals, right? So we are going to take the right side element, which would be located at 1, and then store it inside the token variable, and then use that along with name equals John and make the XML HTTP request, right? So I'm building on what we've already done on a previous challenge. So if you've forgotten or not tried that out, please go back in there just so that you aren't confused. Now additionally, just for our own quick verification, I'll also alert the token so that we can see that our hypothesis is actually correct. Let's encode it, copy it out. I'm going to go in here, remove www, paste this, and enter. And if you notice, the CSRF token gets popped. Click on OK, and there you go. The XML HTTP request succeeds, and we end up getting the email address which is displayed in the result div. Fantastic. So this is how, even if you're using CSRF tokens and all of that in your application, but your app is vulnerable to a simple XSS, then your CSRF protection is pretty much useless because the attacker could write a very simple piece of JavaScript, pick up the CSRF token dynamically, and once again do different operations on the user's behalf. So that's all I had in mind for this challenge. If you've enjoyed this, then please do recommend Pentester Academy to your friends and colleagues in the InfoSec community. Thank you.